Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. So in today's session, we'll discuss about one more topic which will be used in both the networking and the ethical hacking, that is the protocols. So we'll be using these protocols in the networking, but in this session we'll see what exactly these protocols, what is the importance of these protocols, and what will we do with these protocols. Right, and these protocols are defined as a set of rules established for formatting or processing the data. So coming to the network, if a group of computers are connected to a network, so some sort of data will be transferred, right, and some sort of resources will be shared among the different systems, and all these networking functions will be processed smoothly with the help of these protocols. Right. So protocols are a set of rules that are established to process data. For example, so data sharing, that means one computer can share the data with another computer. So both the networks may be different or same. That means two computers, that means two devices which share the data may be of a same network or different networks. So each computer will be using their own softwares and their own hardwares, even though the data will be processed efficiently. That is done with the help of these protocols. So the different protocols will be used for different processes. There are a lot of protocols. For each process, the different protocol will be used. Now we'll see what are the different types of protocols and where exactly these protocols will be used. How the data, which kind of data will be exchanged, which kind of data will be communicated or processed, right? So coming to the first one, ARP, so which stands for Address Resolution Protocol, and this, the name itself indicates, it gives the address mapping, okay, in the network. So how can one system shares the information with the another, how one system communicates with the another? So with the help of some IP address and the MAC address. So the IP address and MAC address, right? So this identifies the network and this identifies the system. So this sort of mapping of IP address with the MAC address will be done with the help of this address resolution protocol, and this ARP will maintain a table with all the MAC addresses, right? So it maps the IP address and the corresponding MAC address so that the packets will be transferred to that particular network, right? And this mapping is responsible of this particular address resolution protocol, right? Second one, SLIP, stands for Serial Line Internet Protocol. So this serial line internet protocol, so we have discussed in the computer networks that the data will be transferred with the help of a packets, in the form of packets, right? So the grouping of characters to form a packet will be done by this serial line protocol. So the group of characters, a sequence of characters will be forming a packet. To form a packet will be done with the help of this serial line protocol. Okay, serial line internet protocol. Next, IP version 4. It's nothing but internet protocol. Internet protocol. So this we will use this one. I think many of you were aware about this internet protocol. So how the packets means the data which we are communicating, right? So the packets or the data should be communicated from one system to another system. So that should be routed. Okay, so that should be routed. So the complete routing of a packet to the destination from source will be done by this internet protocol, right? So here it will be done a routing. A routing will be done. So here packet forming, and here mapping IP to MAC. Right? So routing will be done with the help of this internet protocol, and this is version 4. Okay, and the next one is IP version 6. That's the latest version. So updated of version 4. So what is this updation? What is this updation? The IP length will be increased from 32 bit to 128 bit, so that a more number of addressing will be done, and the data will be routed efficiently than IP version 4. That was the updation, right? So more number of addressing will be done because the IP length will be increased from 32 bit to 128 bit, right? And in order to routing the packets, this IP protocol, I mean internet protocol, will be done, and with the help of another protocol called TCP, the data packets will be delivered to the destination address. So that's why we call them as a TCP IP. So the combination of both these protocols, transmission control and the internet protocol, the data or the packets will be routed to the destination, right? Next, ICMP, Internet Control Message Protocol. See, this will be used by the network devices which will give the error messages. So during the transmission, if there is any errors or any congestion, that sort of information will be communicated with the help of this ICMP. So network devices will send error messages or any congestions, right? So whatever the thing, so that will be communicated with the help of this Internet Control Message Protocol. Internet Control Message Protocol. Next, TCP, Transmission Control Protocol. So here the name itself indicates transmission, the packets. So this is responsible for transmitting the packets from source to destination, and with the combination of internet protocol, the packets will be routed to the destination, right? So with the help of acknowledgement, so the error checking will be done here. The error checking will be done, and if there are any errors and if the packets are not delivered at the destination, so this TCP will retransmit the data, retransmit the packet to the destination. So also the TCP retransmits the lost packets. So in our previous session we have discussed about these packets, right? So in that we have seen there will be some sort of disturbance, and due to that disturbance some sort of packets will be lost. So lost means the packets were not delivered at the destination. So in such case, this TCP is responsible to find the acknowledgement and to find the error, and it is feasible to retransmit the lost packets. So whatever the packets lost, that will be retransmitted with the TCP protocol, and with the combination of TCP IP, the packets will be delivered to the destination. And this is also called as a connection oriented protocol. Connection oriented. So before before transmitting the packets, there should be a connection between the client, the two devices. Okay, so which we want to communicate. So the data should first, the connection should be established, and once the connection is established, then the packets will be transferred from source to destination. So that's why we call it as a connection oriented protocol. TCP is also called as a connection oriented protocol, transmission control protocol. And the next one, UDP, is called a user datagram protocol. User datagram protocol, and similar to this TCP. So this is a connectionless protocol. Connectionless protocol, and this is also used to transmit the packets from source to destination, but no reliability. There is no reliability. Okay, and no error checking. No error checking. Obviously, no retransmission of data. No retransmission of data. So, data or a packets, right? So this is just to send the packets from source to destination. So it doesn't observe or doesn't have any error checking that whether the packets have been received at the destination or not. So that's why there is no concept of retransmission of lost packets, right? So this is no reliability. There is no reliability when compared to the TCP. And the next one, RPC, remote procedure call, and this is used to communicate between the remote device. Okay, one system can communicate with the another device. Okay, so connect with the another remote device. Okay, this is used to connect with another device. And the next one, so DHCP, dynamic host configuration protocol. And here the name itself indicates this is used to distribute the IP addresses among the systems over a network. So if any one of the system is included in the network, then assignment or assigning a new IP address to the newly added system will be done with the help of this protocol called dynamic host configuration protocol. So this is responsible for distributing IP addresses to newly added system in network. So many systems will be added, keep on adding the systems to a network, right? So if one system is added to a network, then some new IP address should be assigned, and that will be done with the help of this DHCP, dynamic host control configuration protocol. Next, DNS, domain name system protocol. So we know that, so if you are observing some client server, so the client will send the request and the server will give the response. One example is just accessing a website. So for example, if you want to communicate or if you want to search anything in the Google, so the first step we are doing is opening the browser, and in the address bar we are typing just www.google.com. So immediately the request will be sent to the server and the server will give the response by loading the home page in our client, that means in our system. But here a system, the server will also be identified with the help of IP address only, but we are just communicating with the help of URL, right? So in order to remember all the IP address, that is difficult, so we are just making it easier by remembering the URLs, that means the host names. So whenever you just type the URL like google.com, the first step happens is that google.com will be converted to the numerical IP address, corresponding numerical IP address, and automatically the packets will be sent to that particular IP address. Okay, so in our networking, two systems will be communicated only through the IP address, the numerical IP address. So but here we are just giving the host name, that means URL. So that will be first converted into IP address, and to that particular IP address the data packets will be transferred. So that will be done with the help of this DNS, domain name system. So conversion of URL to IP address, that's it, domain name system protocol, domain name system protocol, right? The next, FTP, which is a file transfer protocol, and this, the name itself indicates, in order to transfer the files, that means a file sharing, will use this file transfer protocol. So this will be for file sharing between the host, between host or device or computer, whatever it may be. So in order to share the files, okay, this FTP protocol, that means a file transfer protocol, will be used. And the next, HTTP stands for hypertext transfer protocol. So hypertext transfer protocol is used to communicate between the client and server. So just we have seen, right? So just we have explained about this one, DNS, right? So if you want to access any group, any web server, so we need to access with the help of URL, so that the URL will be converted into IP address, and this communication will be done with the help of this HTTP. So you can observe, if you just give google.com in the address bar, automatically it will start with this HTTP or HTTPS. So this hypertext transfer protocol, this is used to connect client with server. So you can imagine the client as a browser, server as a web server, right? And this is also known as request and response protocol, because the client sends the request and server gives the response. So that's why we call it as request response protocol. So this is used to connect or sending data in World Wide Web. www is the World Wide Web, right? So for that we are using this hypertext transfer protocol. And there is one more variation in this HTTP, that is a HTTPS. that's nothing but secure. So the data which we are sending in the World Wide Web, that means the communication what is going to be done in between client and server, that will be in the encryption format. So that means the data will be giving security. So that we call it as a HTTPS. So this also we will see, we will observe in the web browser if you are communicating with any other website, any website, not only the Google. If you go with any website, you can observe this one, right? For example, going to the Google, it will come like this, HTTPS : so like this we will get, right? So that means some sort of data is we are communicating to the World Wide Web. Okay, so that is a HTTP and HTTPS. Next, IMAP, which is a Internet Message Access Protocol. Internet Message Access Protocol, and this is an email protocol. So all of us are using the email service, right? So this is a one email protocol, one of the email protocol, and this is used to access or manipulate emails, right? So this is used to retrieve emails from mail server, right? So the Google will be having some mail server. Similarly, Yahoo will be having some mail server, right? So like that, there will be different mail servers. From that mail servers, in order to retrieve these emails, we'll use this Internet Message Access Protocol. So this is one type of email protocol. And the next one, see, these are all different types of protocols which are being used for different kinds of processes, right? POP. This is called as a post office protocol. This is also an email protocol, another email protocol. So this will also be used in a mailing purpose, and here it will enable user to download the emails from mail server to client, so that next time if the client wants to read the emails, it need not be in the internet connection, right? So offline mode, we can read the emails in the offline mode. So it enables the user to download the emails from the mail server to the client, email client, right? So for that we are going to use this. This protocol will be used, post office protocol. This is also another email protocol, two email protocols, IMAP and POP. Next, SMTP, simple mail transfer protocol, and this is also one more email protocol. This is also another email protocol, and this protocol is used to transfer the emails from one user to another. So this is used to transfer emails from one user to another. So here the previous two protocols, that means IMAP and POP, are used to retrieve the protocols, but this SMTP is used to send the protocols. Okay, so here you can see IMAP and POP, they are used to retrieve emails from the email server, and whereas SMTP is used to transfer email, retrieving and transfer. So these are the three different email protocols. And the next one, Telnet, and this Telnet is used to communicate or connect the remote devices. So with one device with another device with the help of some IP address or host name. So this Telnet enables the admin to connect with any remote device with IP or host name. So mainly this will be used to share the data from one system to another system, right? So with the help of IP address or the host name, the two systems can be connected. Two different remote devices can be connected, and once there is a connection, automatically the data can be transferred, right? Next, the next one, Snmp, stands for Simple Network Managing Protocol, and this will also be used by the admins. So it enables the admin to monitor the network performance. So in order to monitor the network performance or managing the nodes, so whatever the nodes that are available, nodes is nothing but a device, right? So managing the nodes also, this protocol will be used. Snmp, Simple Network Managing Protocol, Simple Network Managing Protocol, right? So these are the different protocols that are used in networking to process the data. So in all these protocols you can observe some sort of data is processing, right? So without the protocols, the networking functions will not be possible, right? So any function, anything, if you want to work with the network, then obviously there should be a protocol, right? So hope you understood. So that's why we say the protocol as a rules that are established to process the data in the network, right? So hope you understood this one. Let's stop here, and if you are having any doubts regarding these protocols, feel free to post your doubts in the comment section. Definitely I will try to clarify all your doubts. And if you enjoyed my session, like my session, share my session with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much.